It was nearly 1 year ago that South Dakota reported its first case of COVID-19. It was big news at the time. Sioux Falls city leaders and healthcare professionals didn't really know what to expect in the weeks and months to follow, so they began preparing for the worst. On March 16th, the city of Sioux Falls wasn't taking any chances in the fight against COVID. It opened the Emergency Operations Center. It's typically set up to respond to natural disasters, but this time it was to prevent the spread of COVID-19 in the community.
We're not panicking. We're just moving forward, and we're going to do our best and ensure the safety of the community.
In the following weeks, the number of positive cases quickly grew. The city began holding daily briefings to keep the public informed. Governor Kristi Noem signed an executive order requiring all schools statewide to close and begin offering online classes. She also postponed all state tournaments. The city passed an ordinance restricting bars and restaurants from having no more than 10 customers at a time, which forced many of them to shut down. On April 3rd, the city reported its first death due to COVID-19 at Avera Prince of Peace.
I think it's taken a big emotional toll on several of the workers that have worked at Prince of Peace, just because a lot of these individuals have become their friends.
A few days later, Smithfield Foods was identified as a hot spot in the country, with over 80 employees testing positive for COVID-19. The plant was temporarily shut down, which created another serious problem, a disruption in the food supply.
But all you have to do is go to a grocery store or go to a meat counter and see the limited supply in front of you to understand that there's a reason why our meat packing, agricultural processing facilities are critical infrastructure, and they're being told by the federal government, please stay open.
Eventually, the meatpacking plant reopened after modifications were made to keep workers safe while following strict CDC guidelines. Little did we know at the time, the outbreak at the meatpacking plant was just the beginning. And as of today, there are nearly 2,100 active cases in the state. There are also currently 71 coronavirus patients in South Dakota hospitals. Health officials confirmed 157 new cases, and so far more than 16% of South Dakotans have completed their COVID-19 vaccinations.